Hello to you. Well, it's Scott Picken, and it's time for this weekly Wealth Insight. I'm here in Iceland. It is chilly, it is freezing, and the rain is pouring down. So I wanted to share with you a story. You know, there's a saying that I love by Tony Robbins that persistence is the mother of skill. And I had a thing that happened, this week a story that I think represents that. So what happened was there's this challenge at gym where you have to row on one of those rowing machines for 1,000 meters, 1 kilometer. And so the first time I did it was Tuesday morning. Now, a couple of men and women had done it the week before. I don't know why I hadn't done it. So I didn't really know. I'm not much of a rower. I've never rowed really before other than just on those gym machines. So I kind of sat there and I'm a fairly strong person. So I just kind of did my rowing and I thought, I'm probably going to win this whole competition and, whatever. Anyway, long story short, I did my 1,000 meters and I did it in 4 minutes and 14 seconds. And I had no idea. Is that good? Is that bad? I had nothing to judge it against. And so I basically, I was quite tough for myself, only to find out I was third last. Okay, now, if you know me, I'm a pretty competitive guy. I don't like coming third last. And there's a leaderboard, and there's only 30 spots on the board. And if you drop below that, you're off. It's like being in the soccer leagues or something. You go into the relegation zone. It's not good for ego. So I came back Wednesday. I was like, oh, wow. Okay, that's not good enough. And two things happened. Firstly, my gym coach said to me, listen, dude, when you do the strengths, you must just not use your arms all the time. You must really pull and use your legs. So the first bit of advice was learn from someone that actually knows how to do it. So he taught me. So it's not just using my common sense and my brute strength and whatever. And the second thing is that I now had milestones. I was and I had goals and I had I kind of knew what I was doing. Anyway, long story short, I did my 1,000 meters literally 24 hours later. So nothing changed fitness-wise. And I did it in 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Okay, so I shaved off nearly a minute of my time. But more importantly, I went from third last to 10th on the entire list. And I went right ahead of all the people that are above me. I'm 46, are in there, literally below 30. Now that's irrelevant, technically, but I'm way ahead of any of my peers. So what's the lesson? And again, repetition is the mother of skill. I'm teaching people. We've just launched, I launched this book 10 years ago, Property Going Global, and it was endorsed by Clem Sunter. And we've just launched the new course, Wealth Going Global, the digital version. And, some people are like, oh, I know it already. I'm like, really, do you? Persistence is the mother of skill. If you're not doing something, you probably don't know it. And what can you always learn? And I mean, when I look at it this book, I wrote this book as an evergreen book. I thought I'd never have to write another book. But yet the world has changed so much in 10 years. I have changed so much in 10 years that it was time for an upgrade. And so, when I look at life and that whole thing, persistence is the mother of skill. I suppose what I learned, it was a major breakthrough for me in 2010, because up until 2010, my philosophy had always been gather more information. I went on a new course. I read a new book. I've done practically every degree there is in terms of property and investment and technology. And what I was always trying to gather information. But what I realized in 2010, rather than learning 5,000 new things, learn the 10 major principles and just do them over and over and over and over again. And it reminds me of Dr. Hunter Stray once. He did this thing where he was walking. And he was like, making money is so boring. And I was like, what's he talking about? He goes, well, you just do the right thing. And then you just do it again. And then you just do it again. And you just do it again. And it's just repetition. Repetition, repetition, repetition. So repetition is the mother of skill. And, if I go back to that metaphor of the rowing that I just did this week, literally within 24 hours, geometric change, geometric shift. And two things changed. One was getting a coach, someone that actually told you, dude, you were doing this wrong, you should do this wrong. Geometric shift. And the second thing was having milestones and actually knowing what I wanted to aim for. So no, that's my wealth plan. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next Friday. If you do enjoy this, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. Our philosophy is each and every week to bring out wealth insights that can help you move forward and hopefully geometrically move forward, because I don't think we need to take 10, 20, 30 years anymore. Why can't we learn from each other? That's why we call ourselves wealth hackers. So we can hack our way to wealth, get there as quickly as possible, learn through doing, and learn via the community. And if you're interested, click on the link below. Come and check out our course. We've got some amazing stuff happening at the moment, and I'd highly recommend that you join and be part of it. We've got some incredible speakers coming up in the near future, so click on the links below, and we look forward to sharing it with you. Have an awesome week. Cheers.